Hi, my name's Arellano. I'm from the Consagrados community here in Iskali. I'm originally from Durango, Mexico, and I'm pursuing a nursing degree. My favorite kind of food is, I would say pasta. I like chicken Alfredo or something like that. One thing in my bucket list to graduate college, pursuing nursing, around 2-3 years. Mother Teresa. I've started reading a book about her, and it's nice to read like a testimony. So I think funny enough, at first I didn't really need a conversion because I was raised in a very Catholic home. I was a very Catholic child. I have very loving, good parents who taught me everything about the religion and our morals and everything, and I had that all set. And then I remember I was 6 years old when I saw for the first time the movie Passion of Christ, and I remember crying so much. And ever since then I used to pray every night, as a child, ever since I was 6 years old, praying every night. I had a really deep connection with God when I was a child. I just remember feeling very connected to nature and to God. I had this very genuine, pure connection to God. It was magical. And then I remember my church used to host retreats, and I wanted to go, but I was too young. I think they accepted 15 years and older, and it wasn't even a youth retreat. It was a general retreat for anybody who wanted to go. And I remember being anxious, oh, I want to be 15, because I would hear stories about people having a personal encounter with God. And then I was oh, I want that. So I finally turned 15, and I finally went to the retreats. And that was I already believed in God and I had a connection with him. And then I went to the retreat, and then I actually had my first encounter with God at 15. How would I describe it? I don't know. It's because it was very out of this world. I remember they told us to close our eyes, and then a nun was coming and praying for the Holy Spirit to come. And then I remember I had my eyes closed, and I remember my eyes went white, and I felt such at peace, my heart, I felt so much peace and happiness and joy, and creo que hasta vi una paloma. It was amazing. I really physically felt the presence of God and the Holy Spirit there. And then so that was my childhood, very connected to God and everything. But then everything changed once I entered my 20s. Because I grew up in the church. My parents were very involved, so all my friends were, a circle of Catholic friends. And then I joined Iskali shortly after, at 17 years old. So that's all I knew, my religion and everything. And then I remember I started a new job, and then I made new friends who weren't Catholic and who weren't part of the religion. They were doing other stuff, and then I started getting close to them. And then I made the choice to steer away from the Catholic, from everything I know, just because I think I was on the pursuit of my personal happiness. I don't know, I think that's what I wanted back then. So I myself made the choice to get out of my community. I still went to church, but not as much. I would purposely take Sunday shifts so that I wouldn't go. And then if I would go to church, I wouldn't pay attention. I wouldn't really get involved with the sacraments, confession, comunión, going to church. And then I slowly stopped praying. It was a slow process of leaving everything, because I was oh, these are my new friends, and they had access to like, I don't know, like worldly things. Like they had these like underground parties and I wanted to go and stuff like that. So I got closer to that group of friends, and I made the choice to like leave the church, but not becoming like an atheist. Like I still believed in God. I just didn't want to be involved in like all the Catholic like stuff. I don't know. But I always kept the string. Like I still loved God and everything, but I was just hiding from him. Like I just wanted to see what was out there. Like I wanted to like get involved in like these worldly things or society norms, or like I just wanted to have fun. Like I focused on like my personal gratification, on like having fun, entertainment. Like I thought that was gonna make me happy, because I think I wanted that because that's what I saw like on TV or like on social media. Like all these people are having so much fun, like, and I'm young. Like that was my excuse. Like, oh, I'm young, like I want to have fun like that. So yeah, I got to the point where I was like sneaking out of my house to go to these parties with my friends, to these like secret underground parties. And I remember like they were very dark. Like the parties, like they were very like a dark vibe. Like they would be in like weird places, and there was like barely any light in these parties, and like people doing drugs. Like people just looked like so like not sober, like so like out of it. And I remember, well, yeah, like feeling like, oh, I don't belong here. Like this is like such a heavy dark vibe. But I would push myself like, oh, but like this is fun. Like this is what they call fun. Like I want to be part of this. Like I want to be liked by these group of friends, and I want to have cool social media pictures. I don't know. And I just wanted to be part of that world still, even though like the vibes were like very dark. And yeah, I got to the point where like I started like also like steering away from my own family, from school. I was doing very bad at school by then, and I wasn't as close to my family. Like I would like get mad easily, or like not have patience, or not be as close to them, like just being in my room. And so like slowly everything started like falling apart. And it was like I was like that for like 2 years. And I remember like by the end of like throughout the 2 years, but mostly towards the end, like I had this like very sharp pain in my heart. Like it wasn't like a physical pain, but it was like the feeling I think it was like the feeling of emptiness. Like I wasn't, because at that point like I was not close to God or my old friends, or like had no spirituality or anything. And the feeling of emptiness, like it wouldn't leave. Like that pain in my heart, like it wouldn't leave. Like I wasn't even like going through anything hard. Like my life was fine. Like my parents and my siblings were fine. Everything was like fine. Like I had no reason to feel that way, but I did, because I didn't have a God. And I remember like that feeling, that emptiness, like it was getting like unbearable. Like I was just at family parties, and like I couldn't enjoy them. Like I couldn't enjoy anything like that. That feeling in my heart, like I couldn't. It was unbearable. That pain. And then shortly after, when I started feeling this way, that I should come back to the Catholic Church and actually be part of it again, not just like. Shortly after that, I got invited back into my community. And then I started, I think I switched jobs to like get away, because I'm very bad at saying no and stuff like that. So I switched jobs. I came back to my Iskali community. I went back to the church, back to the sacraments, and like slowly coming back. And yeah, it was like a life lesson, you know. Like I already stirred away and had my like what, you know, like the fun that's out there. And it was just like temporary happiness. Like I was just convincing myself that it was worth it, but it wasn't like it was like a life lesson. Like definitely, like when they say like only God can fulfill you, like that's so true. Like after that, like I've never felt that emptiness in my heart again. Like that pain, like I never had it again after that. So it's like, so it's very true. Like God is the only person who can really fulfill you. So yeah, so that would be like my message, especially like if anybody there is like struggling or wanting, like feeling that feeling in your heart, like if you have everything, like you have money, you have everything you always wanted, but you still feel unhappy, it's definitely like not having God in your heart. And I know like it sounds cliche, like people say that like the only thing that fulfills you is going to be God, but it is truly true. And like one of my favorite quotes from the Bible from Matthew is like, seek and you will find. And I like it because it's like so short and simple, but it's like it holds so much meaning. Like just seek and you will find. Like because a lot of people might tell themselves like, oh, well, I don't know how to connect with God, like I don't know how to, like the Bible's not for me, or church is not for me, or this and that. But just seek with an open heart and you will definitely like find him. And yeah, and so yeah, so just like seek and you will find, like get involved with like his teachings of like love, sacrifice and service, and your heart will be so much happy, and it just changes everything, like your perspective on life, and then everything in your life will slowly start getting better, and you're more joyful and happy, and you have more peace. And we are truly meant to like live like that. I think I like once I got back to like the church and like having my heart like feeling very fulfilled, I remember like being happy but also being sad. Like there's so many people out there that don't know this feeling, and it makes me sad. Like it makes me bad because like they can, like I feel so lucky that I found this feeling again, this fulfillment in God in my youth. But I think about so many that live without it, they live up to their old age without it. Like if only they knew the love of God. Like it's like I'm happy that I have it, but I'm so happy that other people don't. And I wish for those people to see this video. Like if they don't have that happiness, like seek for God, and you'll find him, and you'll feel very happy, and every aspect of your life will get better, and really enjoy life. It's like heaven on earth. I think like it was like a snowball of events, but I think the final event that like made me wanna not be part of like what I was doing, like away from God, was I had gone to this party that they had, and I don't know, it was like a weird thing because you had to pay, and then they would take you to it was like these group of guys, you had to pay, and then they will tell you like it's at this secret location. And like, I was a girl, like I didn't care what place, like I would just ride along, get in the car, and like take me to wherever they would take me. I was with my group of friends, my girls and the guys that I worked with, and yeah, they would just we would go to the place, and it was always like at a warehouse that was closed or something like that. It was so weird. And I think like I remember that night, like I saw like a girl get hit by her significant other, and like and also like I had drank that night, and I always like thought like my friends would never be the type of people to like leave me alone or to let me stare away, but it happened. Like thank God nothing bad happened to me, but I didn't like it. Like the people that I came with wasn't the same people that I left with, and thank God like an angel was watching over me. Like nothing happened to me or anything, but it was just like I just like realized like I'm so lucky that all this time like nothing has happened to me, like but it was just like a matter of time. before like I was gonna get into like something that I was gonna regret or some real danger. And I was like, no, like my parents didn't raise me like this. Like I don't want to do that to my parents or to myself. So I think that was like one of the final things that happened. My advice for people who just like who were in the environment that I was in, like just seeking personal happiness. My advice for people who are still stuck in that like only the world can give me happiness type of phase. I think they often think like that because they think the church is like so boring. They think being Catholic is so boring. Like it's like I don't know, like a rule of the book that's gonna prohibit you from having fun. I think they think they're gonna lose themselves and they're not gonna have fun or be happy. Like that's what a lot of people think. But no, my advice would be like it's not like that. Like following Christ and following the religion and being part of the teachings is gonna, like, you think you're free, but this is actually gonna set you free. Like this is the real free, and you're still gonna have fun. Like you're gonna meet people who think like you, and you're gonna have fun with them. Like you're gonna have fun in like other ways. Like they're gonna have parties too, but the parties are not gonna be with drugs and I don't know, alcohol and like crazy stuff. Like, so my advice would be, don't be scared of like thinking that you're gonna lose yourself, that you're not gonna have fun anymore. Like you will have fun. Like it's better. You'll be happier. Has there been a thought when I don't think there's been a time where I doubted God or my faith, but more like myself. Like I think the most close I've ever been to God was when I was like a child. Like I said in the beginning, like, because I've never like wandered off. Like I was just like, I truly believed in Him. I truly loved Him. Like, and I had this like such a connection with like nature. It's weird, like, because I'm not a nature person anymore. I don't know. Like it's like no, not that I considered myself a nature person, but I don't know how to explain it, because when I say nature person, I don't mean like, oh, I advocate for the planet and stuff like that, but I meant like I would feel God when a leaf would like move or something. Like I would feel His presence through nature, and I never went truly like back to that. So that's when I'm like thinking like oh, like I need to work more on my faith. I need to be more disciplined. I need to be true to my faith. So I do not doubt God, but myself, because even though I came back and everything, I still sometimes like think like, oh, but like get out, like this worldly view, or it's like it's very distracting, and social media, social norms, I don't know, you sometimes get pulled away again into like worldly happiness and stuff like that. Like right now would be, I don't know, like money, like I get so like, oh, I want money, I want so much money, like I need to work, but I'm not thinking of like helping others. I'm thinking of like, oh, because I want this expensive purse, I want this expensive dress, and it's like, but then I realized like that's not really even like that's just personal happiness. That's not gonna do anything for me long term. Something I look forward to like in my future with my faith is definitely like marrying a Catholic man, because I feel like it's better when you have someone that you're married to who's also like that, and you guys can both help each other in the Catholic faith and learn from each other, push each other, like to read the Bible together, marriage is another sacrament, and I really crave that, like Catholic marriage. And because I can have this with my parents as well, like that connection with going to church together, reading the Bible, praying. But I think it's different when like you're married. Like it's a closer connection with God.